Oops, I hadn't even unmuted myself. Okay, to the Supreme God, to my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, we humbly invoke for your divine guidance, divine love, divine blessings, for illumination, for divine oneness, divine bliss, divine help, and divine protection. We thank you in full faith. So be it. Hari Om, Shri Guru, Hari Om. Yeah, happy Ayudha Puja and Saraswati Puja and Navratri to all of you. I hope all of you are taking some extra sadhana, taking your sadhana to take some extra mile during this period. Is anybody doing anything this Navratri? What are you doing? You want to share?
Yes, Smita, after so many years, I'm fasting. I can't believe it, okay? With your inspiration. And it's just pouring and I'm not feeling hungry. But then when I have juices in the evening, and fruits in the morning. So I just told myself this is to cleanse myself, not like something to get from goddess. I told my husband very clearly, it's just to cleanse myself. And it was really beautiful and I continued doing this.
You should also say who are you cleaning it for?
For
That is
God.
ultimate.
Yeah.
Who are you cleaning it for?
It's for the God within me.
That's
So
it.
that he can sit and then I can focus on him more and be able to chant and I should be awake till 12:31 and go to the temples which I was not able to do before. My husband saying, when I used to tell you to come, you never came. Now how you're coming? I said, no, it's just happening. I'm just going with the flow. So this was a milestone which I crossed after I don't know how many years, Smita. Maybe
Very good, very good.
20 years.
Very good, very good. They say, no, I mean, coming to what you're saying, no, when you spoke about this temple, when we clean the puja room and we start our puja usually, so every single time, like many people do puja, something or the other they do. But if there is no attempt to basically let go of the walls that we have between God and us, like when we have too much of tamasic walls, the tamasic means very, very, a lot of negative stuff, right? When we have those kinds of things between in us, cages within us, negative tendencies, those become more like solid walls between us and God. And even when God is on the other side, you actually can't see. So obviously, when you did all of these things, right, sadhana with fasting your ego, it was more of removing those walls. And when you talk about Rajasic walls, they are more like smoke, a fog kind of smoke that is between us and God. It is not as solid as Tamasic, it is more like fog, but you still can't see God. God is right a little far away from you, kind of thing, but you still can't see God. So Rajasic can be more classified as desires, some desire, some lack or the other. It's like you're running behind some lack or the other. Oh, this is not okay, that is not okay, something or the other, right? There is always some form of running behind something. So that is more like a fog. And when we drop when we sort of drop that also, no, it is like clearing the fog. And yeah, that is what you're doing. And whatever you dropped, oh, she's not even there. Is she there? Are you there, Roshni? Oh, she's
I'm,
there.
I'm there. From morning to night, I was like booked with God. Just like,
No, I couldn't
going.
see you on the gallery. Okay. So yeah, what I was saying was, so you have dropped some wall or the other,
Yes,
and definitely you were able to feel God's presence because of that,
yes,
which is
yes,
you
I
going to
dropped.
temple, you able to like be in that sattvic state when you were interacting with others and all of that. So
Yes,
this is so Navratri is more about helping us remember what we specifically like, put our entire effort to doing something in these 9 days, 10 days. If you're able to remember that and sort of at least take a percentage the rest of the year, it will
yeah,
definitely. That is why in Hindu tradition, right, there is so many festivals, there is so many this vrat, that vrat, this fasting, that fasting. Why? Because they are actually encouraging us to sort of continue it, like it is more like a relay race. Navratri will lead to some other festival. In that festival, something or the other you'll have to quit. Then in something will lead to something else, and there you'll have to quit some form of the ego. Maybe you'll have to work with other people, do some, let's say, function. There, while interacting with somebody, you may have to quit some of the ego. So there are so many opportunities for us to fast our ego, and as we are able to fast our ego only, our true nature, which is God, will be shown through us.
Yeah.
Until then, we won't be able to experience Him. And yeah, we need to give up. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
I have seen the change in my husband recently. So I feel that where I have sobered down and become humble, but I have learned my lesson. Like with the forces, no. So I have learned to be quiet and distance myself. So who have to be with me? My very close force. I can't name now. So I have come to know the true colors. So I've just tried to distance myself, but in a very silent way. So I'm glad for that, where I've been shown the true colors of myself. So where I change, it's not the pose, it's me. So I was writing down yesterday and I was just burning it. I said, yes, I accept this, I accept that. So all the flaws. So I could feel that.
Absolutely.
I
Yes,
could
yes,
feel
yes.
journaling was really nice and, knowing my flaws. Before to think in my head, that didn't work, Smita. Once I wrote, once I started writing, I felt better.
Absolutely. Writing is actually very, very, it makes it very clear.
Yeah.
Because we always write in a very structured form. We don't think in a very structured form. Thinking is very haphazard. One sentence will lead to some other sentence, then one more sentence will pop up, but there is no structure in thinking. But it's all there, it's all jumbled up somewhere. But when we write, we are not jumbling up. Usually, thoughts flow in a structured manner. So, which is why writing is very important. And your conscious mind and your ego understands structure, which is why we have to put it through discipline. It doesn't understand without structure. You give him some random instructions. Oh, yeah, yeah, let us do this, let us do this. Yeah, you told something, but does it follow? No, that is like a plan in the air. So if you have to follow, if your ego has to literally get into some structure, you have to show that structure, build that strength into that structure and all of that, which is why fasting, which is disciplining the senses. And it is also called pratyahar in yogic terms.
Thank you, Smita.
Yeah. Anybody else? Anybody else did anything or are doing anything? Nobody? Anything for Navratri? Anything little?
Smita, I would like to share few. The chanting has become very religious. I would be randomly chanting. Now I'll dedicated morning one mala, evening one mala, sitting, lighting the lamp and sitting in front. That's a huge shift within me.
Yeah, it feels so satisfying, no?
Very much. I didn't that's just a small act we feel, but what consecutively doing it does to us and people around in the family also, I can see the change. So
Yeah.
beautiful. Now my mother is chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. She is learning by herself through videos in YouTube. She is wearing a mala for a deity here in local. And she's not, she says that I used to tell her what I learned in this class and all that, how we suffer our ego and all that. She says, okay, fine. For me, it's very difficult to skip my afternoon nap. So let me skip it. So all this 9 days, both are sitting together. We are not sleeping in the afternoon.
This is actually what is called fasting. See, we have so many opportunities of fasting. No, Navratri doesn't have to be always done in those 9 days. Small things we'll see. And then when we are basically gaining that momentum just by doing small things, no, we'll actually get that confidence to do big releases in the past.
True. The car gear example which you said.
Ah. Yeah.
Very well resonating. Every day we, sorry, okay, this day we have to go out. No, shall we skip? No, Amma said, no, you wear your sari. I'll keep chanting so that you just chant along with me so that the count will not miss. Then you take the mala, I will wear the sari. That's how we
Wow, wow,
shifted
wow.
now.
What partnership, no? Superb.
It's beautiful.
Very nice, very nice, very nice. Happy to hear that you have a companion.
Yeah, true.
Very good, very good.
And
Anybody
because
else?
of that,
Hi,
our
Shusha.
relationship is also getting better. That is the most beautiful part of it.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Very nice to hear.
Thank you. We owe to you.
No, yeah, even I'm learning. With every question, why I encourage people to ask questions and all that is, I am actually learning because, like yesterday, somebody was asking me about they had gone to a shop and there they saw somebody was impatient. No, this person interrupted with two people talking, and that person basically insulted. And so she was thinking, oh, see, they insulted me. So basically, she just thought that I should stay away from people like this sort of thing. So even so, when we are, so I was thinking, so she was asking me a question, ma'am, I thought like this. Is it okay? So I said, I should stay away from people like this was more about still judging them that they are XYZ and I am supposed to stay away. It was more about gratitude is a far more higher, what do you say, emotion compared to forgiveness. Like, yeah, you forgive somebody more from a duality point of view only, saying, oh, I am higher, I have this higher superiority complex versus thinking that somebody is inferior. So, yeah, I'm forgiving you. More than that, are you forgiving from a point of saying, oh, it was actually everything within me, but I thought it was you, so I absolutely forgive you for sending out all these negative energies that I piled up in my head towards you. It was more of that kind of forgiveness, more than saying what you did was wrong. So now I forgive you because I'm like, yeah, forgiving you for that act that you did. It is not very transactional. Forgiveness should not be that transactional. It was more of so that level. So I was thinking, I was telling them about all of these things and come from a gratitude point of view that this pose brought to me that I am superior. I have this feeling that people have to respect me, people have to respond back to me, people have to give me that attention and all of that. So then I was thinking, why did this question come to me? What am I doing similarly? Right? Because with every question, there is always, and I am not enlightened or something. I'm not a person who's beyond that duality, beyond that birth death cycle yet. So obviously I'm seeing my own reflection. So when I was thinking, what is it then? Then I was thinking, oh yeah, I was actually judging my aunt for no, she was not responding to me because I'm not gossiping with her these days. And I was judging her thinking that, oh, she's not responding to me because I'm not gossiping with her and I'm only reaching out to her only for some questions that I had. So maybe that's why she's not, because I had this cage in my head that, oh, she is a person who gossips a lot and I'm not a person who does all this. So she thinks that maybe if I don't do all that, she's not entertaining me so much. Maybe she's angry. So that was one judgment when I was passing. And then I was seeing, oh, so what else am I doing about in terms of, so there was somebody who was like expectation of response. Why is, which means I'm seeing that in my aunt, that she's expecting me to, but that is also my pose. So where else am I seeing that? So one level deep I went, which is to my aunt. Then why is my aunt also doing like that? That is also a pose. Then I started looking for where else I'm doing like that. Then I realized, oh, there is a friend who is again asking me questions only when she needs. I'm thinking, Ari, she's not even responding yes or no also after that. Let's say I write some answer. Oh, okay. Yes, no, nothing is there. After that, it's a blank. It goes blank. Line goes blank after that, and the chat goes blank. So there is always that incomplete feeling. So I was thinking, oh, see, there's an expectation here also. So all of this See, that's what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, see, this is where I'm seeing my own flaws, my own issues, where we don't notice. Yeah, I was doing all these things, but it did not come to my attention until that person pointed it out to me, until the question came to me. So, when we become aware and when we are open to seeing it within ourselves, it will be shown. So, and we were talking about guru also. So she was saying, I am the guru. I'm her guru. I said, I'm not guru. But if you're seeing the God, the knowledge that is coming through me as your guru, that is the God that is flowing through me and that you are able to see and you're able to absorb. So that is the guru that you are able to see. Because guru is a very high, very, what do you say, weighted word. A guru is the one who takes you towards knowledge, towards the Atma, towards your own self. And for that, he should definitely squeeze your ego dry and make it surrender. Which means he should be able to tell you all your bad qualities and make you do everything to get rid of your negatives. But then it's very difficult to hear all our negatives, no? You are like this, you are like that. If somebody is telling you something, it's very difficult to hear. At that time, the first thing you will think is, oh, that person criticizes a lot, so I need to like just walk away from that person. So, but a guru is the one who has actually gone past this birth and death cycle. So he's not seeing a mirror. He's not seeing his mirror. He's seeing a person directly. The person may be seeing the mirror in the guru, but the guru is definitely not seeing any mirror because he has moved past that. He's able to see God within the other person, and he's able to see what is that person, what is that little bit that is not making them reach that God. So, in that sense, we were talking about guru, and then so that's what I was telling. The first thing that we have to do is acceptance. Accepting that pose is my guru. Pose is the one that is showing me what I need to know. Because pose is the one who's showing you your ego, no? It is basically showing you where your obstacles are. So pose is your first guru. And then when we are able to accept pose as our guru every single time, then only along with that comes one more guru called intuition. That intuition is directing you to say, see here, 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 there. Inside that those thoughts are coming to say, where is it that I did, where is it that I'm not going right here? Then one thought will tell, see, here you are not doing. Somewhere, some situation in my life will be shown to me and say, oh, see, here you are not working properly. Like how my aunt's situation was told, see, here you are doing exactly the same thing. So like that guru will come and tell. Because that person is also showing only ego only. Wherever my ego is an obstacle, cages are. Then when we are able to move past and we are like so tuned to all of these things, like it has become second nature. Pose is second nature, pose showing me second nature, what is inside telling me is also second nature. Chuck, 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 like how when we are driving the car, we don't even see the gear. Initially we'll be like, oh, second to third, okay, hump came. Now I have to click on third, sorry, I have to put second gear. It'll be all very conscious. Later on, you're just driving the car, you're listening to songs and singing song and all ongoing, check, 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 you're in second gear, third gear, first gear. It's like automatically things are happening. You're not really so it has become second nature. Driving has become second nature. So like that, when every pose telling you, you are able to quickly see, then internally something happen, internally you're asking and then answers come. Answer is coming from within you only. Like, where am I? Why should I see a problem here? Why am I doing this? When you're asking questions to yourself, like that only answers keep coming. That is also one guru. Then after that only comes maybe a physical guru or an astral guru. They all show up. Somebody who we can really connect to, who we really resonate with. They all show up, which is far more what do you say, more understandable kind of thing. So yeah, but for that, what are we establishing in this whole thing is discipleship. We are establishing our discipleship in this whole first few phases. With the pose, we are establishing a discipleship because we are being more accepting in nature. A disciple is more like this. You give me whatever you have, and I will receive everything that you give me. And if you say, no, okay, yeah, given this hand is very busy taking care of my pleasures and all of that, then you'll get only little. And here, when you're receiving, you have, or both your hands have to be like a cup, and you have to be able to receive, and there is no room for grabbing anything else from the samsara. So something like that. So when we establish our discipleship, teachers will come in all forms. They'll come. Pose will anyway come. You like it or no, pose is like a force teacher, right? When we are in the kindergarten, we don't like teachers. We don't know, understand what are teachers also. They just come like that. They are kindergarten teachers, maybe our middle school teachers, high school teachers, where we really not, maybe not high school, middle school teachers. And then after that, slowly, our thoughts and all transform, intuitive, all of that happen. Then that is high school. Then after that, college level teachers and all are, the intuition only develops far more. When knowledge comes, you'll see knowledge also as a pose. Then you'll be able to connect the dots. All of that, like, I'm sure there are many different levels of gurus appearing in our life. But what I'm saying is, unless we are ready and being a disciple in these first levels itself, being a good student. So in this journey, being a good student is far more important. We crave, I went to this course, I went to that course, they taught me this, they taught me that. It doesn't work. Because when we are filled with that garbage within us and we're not willing to let go, we are not being a disciple, we are not able to, we are not willing to see, what is it that you're showing me? Give me all that you have, all the behavior that you have, you show me, and then I will integrate it within me and then see what is it that you're showing me. So it is more of acceptance. First, we have to do that. Then only that doors will open for more. If we are only not open, why will they show more? Why will universe show us more when we are not open? So first we need to be open for knowledge. So if you are not open for knowledge with the pose itself, why will the universe even give us more? Which means that is where deservingness becomes far more important when we are more, that is where humility also comes. We start learning humility when the pose is in front of us, especially when we do acceptance. Otherwise, humility is not at all there, no? It starts from there. When we start looking at ourselves, it starts from there. Humility starts right from there. And where there is humility, knowledge will come. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. So Shraddha, where there is Shraddha, there only knowledge flows. And knowledge is all about you knowing yourself. You should know yourself. You should understand what are the barriers that you have between you and God. Drop those barriers consciously and then integrate with God. So that is the journey. And without knowledge, we can't go past. And without knowledge, we can't even apply. Like we were speaking about grace of God, no, in the group. That grace of God, I was reading somewhere. It was very beautiful explanation. It was a very beautiful analogy that I read. Let's take the example of a mother. A mother, when she, let's say the child is just playing on its own. Now the mother got a lot of sort of, oh, my child is so beautiful. Oh, he's playing. That feeling came, and then she went and then carried the child, gave her lots of kisses, hugs, all of that she gave. What actually happened there is the attachment of the mother is being shown there. Child is playing on its own. He didn't come to the mother, nothing. The mother sort of had that feeling, and then she went to the child, did all that she wanted to get something from the child. She got everything, and then she dropped the child there, and then she went on her, which means she satisfied her external happiness. That was ego. Now the child came to the mother, amma, 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 amma. He's asking, please carry me, kind of thing. So that is more like your sadhana towards asking God. Mother is more like I mean, in that example, mother was more human. In this example, in this part, mother is more God. So God is like this kind of mother, unconditional mother, where he is there minding his own business. But then when the child is coming to him saying, please help me, please help me, I'm doing my sadhana, please help me. So the child lifting its hands and then asking mother for help is more of surrender. It's giving up everything. It's saying, you are my supreme, you are everything, you are my everything, mother. So carry me, give me that comfort, give me that happiness that I'm longing for. That child did not find that thing anywhere else. He went to play it with a toy. Maybe all that happened, he did not find any joy. Now all that he wants is to be carried by his mother. So that is your sadhana, where you are giving up all kinds of control, attachments from egos and all of that. And then now it wants just the mother. All the attractions the child doesn't want to go to now. It just wants the mother. So this is what is our sadhana. And then when the God picks you up and then he hugs you, kisses you, and gives you that thing, no, that is God's grace. Then whatever the child had within him will just melt away. So I was telling in the group that when grace comes, grace is unconditional. Grace doesn't say, oh yeah, she worked on, she has 5, 6, 7 doshas, or she has 5, 6, 7 cages, and she actually worked on only 2. Rest of it, she's not even being aware, or she's aware, but she's not still complete in acceptance. He doesn't see all that. For him, oh my God, she's done so much. She's doing like so, she's trying so hard. God will see all of that. And then he'll just forgive all those 5. Suddenly you are in like what? -5. Suddenly you feel that, oh my God, I don't even feel this towards this pose anymore. What happened? I don't remember doing acceptance also. What happened towards that? So it is more like that. Grace is like that. So when we are unconditionally going to God, doing everything that we can to do everything because He would love us being like that, doing all that to go to Him, I can do anything kind of thing. So when we are in that state, no, then what will happen is God will just shower His grace upon us, and it'll come, and you'll see that like magic. Wow, people transforming left, right, and center around me, and all of that will be shown. That we have to earn. Acceptance process, everything is already there. That is a natural, when we are not actually going, when we are working on our ego, all that is there. But then when you work for his happiness, no, that example that I gave with that Shravan Kumar, he just heard his parents saying, I want to go to Tirth Yatre, but how can we go? We are blind, we are poor. Then he brings 2 baskets, he earns, and then he brings 2 baskets, and he brings the sticks and he makes a takadi. In that takadi, he will make both his parents sit, and then he carries that weight, and then he balance, and then he goes from one place to the other. I mean, is it easy to go like that, barefoot walking, the 2 with 2 adults on his shoulder, on one shoulder? Not easy. Imagine the kind of suffering he had. But he is willing to go through that. Why? Because he just wants his parents to be happy. That is what will attract grace. Of course, in the story, he dies. That's eventually there is a there will definitely be a lot more to his story. But then, as an example, that is what doing something for whoever you love makes sense. And this if you do for God, this only helps. This only brings the grace of God. And it depends on where you are in your journey. If you don't really give up your comfort so much, then it's like an adult. I gave one more example where an adult child is doing little bit of chores. Maybe he just cleaned his room. It's like, very good, thank you. God will just say, very good, thank you, keep it up. But then let's say a 5-year-old child fully cleans the room. He also folds his clothes, and then he also washed his own plate. Then you'll be like, oh my God, I didn't even teach this child. He's just seen us doing all this and he's picked up so much. You'll be like, wow, very good. And then maybe you'll hug him, give him 5 more kisses and all of that. It's like extra. That child gets extra. For the same thing, if the adult does it, teenage boy does it, maybe not so much of hugs, kisses and all, and he'll not get, because yeah, that for his age, this much is definitely expected, or even more has to be expected. So where we are in our journey and how much we give up for God also matters. So if you think that that is why I said, when you are in a comfort zone, give up your comfort zone. How much you give up your comfort zone, slowly, the practice will come. The more you can give up your comfort zone, no, it's little bit here and there, you're giving up, no, it will come. Especially when we give up comforts in our tamasic foods, all this junk foods and all of that, no? It really helps. Slowly, slowly. And I would definitely say give more focus on exercising. And when you give exercising more focus, no, what will happen is you will eat right. When you give exercising more comfort, more focus, you will eat right. When you eat right, when you eat a lot more healthy food, eat a lot more raw, eat a lot more fruits, eat a lot more vegetables, drink some juices, drink a lot of water, pay attention to drinking at least 3-4 liters of water, or maybe 1 liter of juice every day, one meal of fruits every day, maybe one meal of fruits, one meal of salad, only one cooked meal. When you think like this, no, from let's say 3 cooked meals a day, if you're able to small bring changes like this, adding all these things. See, giving up food, you can't give up food so easily. You have to replace it with something sattvic of equal quantity or even more. In fact, raw, you might have to eat a lot more. So when you're able to bring a lot more quantity, what will happen? Detachment from something means attachment to something else. You cannot remove some attachment until you, like, it's like a connection. You remove one connection means you have to put it to another something else. You can't leave it like a dangling pointer. It has to be connected to something else. And the more higher sattvic you go, no, it's like more of closer to God. And the more closer to God you go, the better your energies will feel. And along with this, you do some sadhana. It is like a lot of bonus. So, hence, all of these things are very important. Discipleship towards God or pose, and being able to humbly accept that this is what I am. All of that is very important. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Any other sharings? Anybody want to do?
Am I audible, Akka?
Yeah, Durga.
Yeah. I did a lot of surrendering during this Navratri time, and when I saw your message, I didn't even plan to have salads for my lunch, but it happened. It just happened. I didn't know really how it happened. So for 2 days, I had smoothies in the morning, afternoon salads, and dinner before sunset. I didn't have rice for one day. One day I
Wow.
didn't have rice, but the cooked food I had for in place of cooked food, I had idli in the evening for dinner. And my mom too joined with me. She had salads for 2 days. Then I did a lot of surrendering. And yesterday when I went out and when I was returning back, did some shopping for my sister's baby showering. So while returning back, they were all talking with the driver. I just took that chanting counter and started chanting. It was like half an hour and felt my consciousness raised. And I didn't actually, they were all talking, but I was fully chanting and chanting and chanting and felt like, oh, I was with that consciousness. Like you said, we have to still stay in that first gear. Then when I went to a party for a wedding, for a engagement ceremony, and there too I was like keeping my consciousness on the formless. I didn't do chanting, so one or the other time I'm just keeping myself engaged more in the stillness and whatever steps I could take to connect with the divine. So these are all steps I did during this time.
Yeah.
And did a lot of decluttering. Everybody started decluttering. My sister, my mother, and we all started to clean the house together. And so many healthy habits diving into the family. So all these changes I saw. Then little surrendering I did. One example was my dad used to, always keep the volume high and keep seeing his phone. So I just went like 1 week ago, this happened. I just went inside and I'll be always like, why there's so much noise around me and me. And then I just went inside and took my phone, and the volume was already raised in my phone, and there was no way to reduce the volume button because my phone has problem with the volume button. So I was not able to. I was checking some status. The the volume was really high on my phone. Immediately, my dad said, "See, so much high volume in your phone," and he reduced his volume. So I saw the divine play. So I didn't do anything. It just happened, which made him to reduce the volume. And I just came out of it. I didn't even do it. It just happened. So all these things I saw, and I realized so many things. When the source is actually playing, why should we mind a lot
Absolutely.
of things taking into the head? Why should we label someone dad or mother or father? So it is the source inside them making each other to lift upside. So we shouldn't even name that and label or judge. So more into that we cannot change overnight, but still more into
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
pulling me back inside. When if I
Yeah.
go outside, I'm just pulling me back to turn inward and introspect.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
these are the changes I did, and so many
Very good,
things
very good. See,
and
this is what is called that nectar. We were talking about the other class, no? Nectar, the Amrit. When you are able to apply the teachings and you exactly get that takeaway from your own actions, no? That is what is called that Amrit. And it's irreversible. You've already become an immortal to that extent. Because now you've learned it permanently, no?
yeah,
That lesson you've learned it permanently. Because I can't remove whatever you've learned from what you learned with your father's experience. Because you were very humble and then you learned something in that experience, no? That I can't teach in class. Nobody can teach you from books also. But with whatever you understood from the classes, you are able to apply it there in your own way. And then you are able to get something from that as a lesson, as a virtue, or as a, what do you say, good habit. That is what is very personal to you. It was there waiting for you inside somewhere, waiting for you to become deserving of that part that you had to receive. Oh yeah, see this XYZ, XYZ, that knowledge that came to you, no? That was very personal to you, and this is what we are here to unlock in every single step. With every single pose, there will be something to get unlocked. You are just traveling to that nectar that pose is hiding behind him in that behavior. When you are in acceptance to say, oh, I am actually having that barrier to go to that Amrit. There is a let's say a misleading mirror kind of thing which says, oh, pose is the problem, pose is the one who's the barrier, pose is the one who's the barrier. No, pose is not the barrier at all. It is pose is showing you a barrier that you have within you for unlocking that divine nectar that is within you only. It feels so good when you actually learn that internal lesson, no? That we have to unlock that. And every single pose is actually coming to say, see, this is one drop of nectar, then one more drop, then one more drop, then one more drop. Like this, how many drops you'll collect by the time you go to your Sahasrara Chakra? That is what is called that divine nectar that we feel, or that Amrit, so many petals, lotus, all that they say, no? It is that Amrit that they're talking about. Where did we collect it? Along the way. Along the way, that Kundalini Shakti is basically rising, means it's that drop by drop, here and there, we are collecting and then ascending like this. It's not like, oh yeah, see, okay, road is now open, inauguration. It doesn't work like that with Kundalini. They say, let's say some highway is built, and now they say, oh, inauguration of this highway is going to happen on this day. From there, after that, vehicles can start moving. It doesn't work like that. In installments, it is constantly opening. And with every single acceptance that we do, with every single application of principles that we do, that we've learned in class, you will unlock that unique thing that is very personal to you, no? That is your Kundalini Shakti in installments. And like this only, we go to the heart chakra, oh, full love. Because you have collected so much of divine nectar, that divine nectar is like overflowing from that pot. It's like when they say, no, it will, when it is almost full, but it is not, when it is full, it doesn't shake. It is still. But when it is almost not even half full, but it keep shaking with like this, because we are also shaking. We are going up, we are down, going down. We are still not completely stable. At that time, it will just keep pouring out every now and then. Few drops will come out every. That is the love that we feel in the heart chakra. So yeah, something like this will keep happening, but which is why application of these things are very important. And self-realization is not overnight. It has to happen like this with small, small practices. And the very first thing that we have to think about is dropping our ego. And fasting is a very good thing. And fasting is not all about leaving food all the time. It is about many things. And we have so many opportunities of fasting. We have so many resistances. We have so many likes. We have so many dislikes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Akka. Thank you so much
Yeah. Yeah.
for everything.
Anybody else? Did anybody do anything for Navratri? Any other sharing that you have? Otherwise, maybe I can just go to some other topic. Okay. So, yeah, Renu, go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Like I have a question about like I don't know whether it's like whenever I try to sing, like I'm exploring singing now, like but I get so tensed during like while I'm presenting the bhajan or something like that. So
Professionally, you're talking about professionally on the stage?
no, it's just like a gathering, and I'm one of the bhajan singers. Like it's not professional. But yeah, okay. Like we've all been learning bhajans for some time. But when it's a new crowd or, like 20, 30 people gathering, like every time you get so nervous, like when you're
Who are you
presenting.
singing it for? I mean, who do you sing? Why did you
We
start
sing it
learning
for
bhajans?
God, and then I get the full satisfaction when I am, offering it to God. But when so many people are watching, right, like that nervousness starts. I don't know why.
See, all the people are just different versions of God. Just imagine that one day you went to heaven or you are in that heaven. I'm just giving an example. Then let's say now all the gods are sitting around you. All the gods that you are aware of so far from your childhood, whatever names you've heard. Everybody is sitting in front of you, around you. And now you have to present your bhajans that you've learned. What will you do?
Okay. That's so beautiful. Yeah.
Same thing, no? It is
Okay.
different versions of different gods who are sitting around you.
Okay.
And what they think really doesn't matter, because they are all different versions of you only. See, in Shastras, no, they talk about Tattvabhimani Devates. Okay, it means that this human body is more like a house. For a house, mostly like a robotic house. Okay, so if for everything to function, there has to be a God who is maintaining the department. Now, eyes has to be maintained. Let's say eyes are being maintained. Eyes Abhimani Devate is basically sun god. Then when we talk, that Abhimani Devate is Agni. Of course, behind Agni, Saraswati, all of that will come. But I'm just saying at that level. So let's say hands Abhimani Devate is some god. Legs Abhimani Devate is some god. Then mind Abhimani Devate is some god. Manas, some god. Then ego. Ego means that identification is some god. Like this, different levels will be there. Which means even in that God's hierarchy, right? God is just in that witness mode. But then if I have to function from that witness mode, it has to translate to some form of subtle action, and then physical action. So if I am doing, let's say, singing, if I am singing, so many people have actually done their work for you to sing. You are not singing alone. This did not happen alone at all. So, but when you think that you are doing it on your own, which is ego is thinking I am doing everything on my own, which is why it is like judging itself. Am I doing right? Am I singing nicely? Is my pitch okay? Is my this okay? Is my lyrics okay? And all of that. But you should realize that all these gods who are basically controlling my entire being, your mind has to be okay, no, your memory has to be okay, your lyrics has to come, your voice has to come, which means if your voice has to come, that prana also, that air regulation also has to be okay, which is your Vayu Deva has to be okay. There is so many connections that are working behind for one output to happen through this body. But there is one jiva who's occupying this body, like let's say a rented owner. The house belongs to God. God and God's associates, God's employees. Let's say all the devatas. They are all working for God diligently. Okay, they are all very, very much conscious, very much aware. They are very, very focused on, like for example, sun god. Every day he comes out, he's doing his job, and 24/7 he's constantly going around, going around, going around. There is always wind everywhere. 24/7 there is always wind everywhere, air everywhere. He's doing his job. And some parts rain is that water component is always functioning somewhere or the other, getting balanced somewhere or the other. Air component is there, water component is there, earth is doing her job. So many things are basically doing their jobs. These are elements. Apart from that, I'm talking about for this body to function, there are so many different Abhimani Devatas who are in control of that, right? So what I'm saying is for you to, and this Jivatma who's within us, right? Who's occupying this body is just a person who has to just take these experience and just feed it. Rather, he just has to take it and just use it for his evolution. That's all, right? He's just a person who's occupying the body, because nobody else can occupy the body in physical way. And like he's a person, let's say he's a driver. He's more like a person in witness mode, but he should not think I am the one who's doing everything. If he starts thinking I'm the one who's doing everything, that is where everything will go down. So when you are singing, you should remember that there are so many things that came together. So many people did their job, including Mother Durga did her job to start the Maya. And for you to be able to get the knowledge, God, Durga did some work there in some Swarup. And then when she was able to, let's say, make you do it, behind, like when she worked with her Maya, they say Vishnu Maya. When she worked with her Maya, so many different devatas were also playing along in her Leela, in that Maya. And then they did their job because they were in that awareness state. So what I'm trying to tell is, don't think that you are singing, which is why in this class, what we are learning is, you are not doing everything, so do it for God. Think that you're doing it for God. So then there is no ownership, there is no doership, there is nothing like, oh, I did wrong, I did right. Because when all of them are doing and you are just a person who is just like opening your mouth, you did not do anything, isn't it? But you think that you are doing everything, which is why there is a consciousness, that conscious feeling that I'm doing. So I'm just saying, don't think that you are doing everything at all. Oh, just be grateful that all these people did their job. Some in that hierarchy, all these people, a hand, legs, mouth, mind, everybody did their job. That is why I'm able to sing. So just drop that guilt. However you sing, your karma is to listen to you and watch your own triggers. That's all. You are expected to clean yourself up and become like those devatas one day. See, they say Naradji, right? Naradji, in some past, he was he was not Brahma's son. Okay, he was not Brahma's son. He was also let's say from some low class community, and at that time he was very craving for knowledge. And then he sat with all these great wise people And then he did lots of seva to them. In the process, he also got to hear, and he applied all of those things, and he got rid of all of those cages that he had. And in some other next kalpa, they say in next kalpa, which means in the next Brahma's period, let's say after that pralaya, and the next kalpa when it came, he got to become Brahma's son, and he was an immortal. And since he had already become a person who was so much into gods, God, and then he was singing God's Leela and all of that. So that is what by birth itself, he was like that. When he was in that thing, when he was young, how did he become like that? Because in some life, that jiva transformed itself to become like that. So every devata has actually gone through a lot over many lives to become who they are. We also can become like that, provided we are willing to let go of whoever we are. And for that, first thing that we have to let go is I am doing everything. If I think that I am only talking like this, I didn't plan to talk all these at all. Whatever is coming in my mouth, I'm basically talking. And ideas are flowing, for which I have to be grateful. Who's feeding me those ideas? Somebody is feeding me those ideas. I don't have to care who's feeding me. Some God's representatives feeding me. And they are doing their job. I can only be grateful. So which is why I said gratitude is a very high state of emotion. So we should never forget to be grateful, because we are not the ones doing anything. We are absolutely in zero control of anything. Whatever comes to your mind, if you think that I remembered, I only recollected that also is a huge mistake. We don't even have the power of recollection. Think about all the things that you didn't find in your life, and think about all the things that you found. Why is there a difference between these two? So this is where we have to understand that you are not doing anything. It is naturally happening through you. So today I actually wanted to cover this topic called desires. When we talk about this karma and ups and downs and all of these lives and all of that, why all of this is happening is majorly because of desires. We are constantly running behind. See, fear is also a desire. Everything stems from desire only. Desire, when we have, desire means I don't have something, I want something. Or it can be, I have something and I don't want something. Which is, let's say fear is I have some problem, I don't want that problem. And desire can also be, I don't have XYZ object, or I don't have XYZ maybe respect, I want respect. But we never think, we never stop to think why I don't have it or why I have it. So I have it because I'm meant to have it. I don't have it because I'm not meant to have it. In this present moment, not in the past, not in the future. In the past, we think so much about the past. Oh, I did that. I wish I would have done this. All this regret that we have, no? It's actually a waste. Regret is a big waste, because when you think about regret, no, we are thinking saying, oh, in the past, if I had the consciousness of the present, then then maybe you would have done exactly what you are trying to do right now. But if you didn't have this kind of knowledge then, why would you do this? You do that. You do what you did then. So you can't stand from here and judge your past. So regret should not happen at all. Whatever you've done, even some thoughts, randomly some negative thoughts keep coming into our head. Yeah, you may be in this transformation stage, especially you are a seeker and you're in the transformation phase. So many negative thoughts will come. Suddenly you'll think bad about somebody. You'll become aware. Why did I think like this? I should not think like this. And you'll start regretting. I'm so bad. All this, I'm still bad. Yeah, I'm still so whatever. So don't think like that. You just be aware that I have all of these things and I'm capable of even sometimes running away with that past. I'm literally, it's like saying I'm eloping with my past demons. Demons are in the past or the future. Present, there is God. So I'm running away with some demon and then going to enjoy something, going to do something with him. And in to the future also I run away. The mind is running away with them. So be in the present means being with God. Instead of running away with some demon who's showing you some sparkly things, glitters, I'll give you this, I'll give you that, come, I'll give you some satisfaction through this, through that. We all run away like this. And we have so much of habit of running away that whatever familiar demon comes along, our friends, we run away with them. We don't even think they are bad because we have no awareness yet. So like this house, no, is being occupied by so many demons. This house is like an open door now because we are letting anybody and anybody come into our door, into this house. So we have no awareness as of now, which is why we run away. We have somebody who comes into our house and pulls us to the past. We have somebody comes to our house and pulls us to the future. We have no awareness. So which is why many of these devatas that we have in our head, on our whatever Abhimani Dev, they get captured or they get sidelined. You may have seen in stories, Mahishasura captured all these, not Mahishasura, let's say Ravan had captured all these devatas and put them into prison. What does that mean? There is a subtle meaning. Ravana is ego. Highest, Ravana means ego. And highest form of ego's rule on your mind. And let's say if he has captured all the devatas, it means that your mind is under his control. Mind, Abhimani Devata is under the control. And then let's say your mouth is also under his control, which means that Agni is also under his control. And eyes is also under control, which is you have to see what he shows only because you're in his prison. So like this, when he's capturing devatas means you are under the ego's control. This body, whatever it does, is under the control of who? Ego, or it can be God. God means God's representatives via God. Or it can be ego, which is Ravan. So like this, we need to think. And when you think about this goddess is that divine Shakti. We can actually experience the divine Shakti of God. The Shakti is called, God is just pure energy. His Shakti, the manifestations, the expressions, and the things that we do, good stuff, sattvic stuff, all of that is basically God's Shakti. Through God's Shakti, everything happens through God's Shakti only, and that is a feminine form of God, right? And it is like we are basically misusing the feminine form of God. And when we use the feminine form of God for our pleasure, which is what we mostly do, no? We in Sanskrit it's called bhog. Bhog means we are feeding the ego. We are trying to feed the ego. We are trying to feed goddess to the ego. It's like we are these demons who are trying to capture Durga and all her avatars. There in Durga Saptashati, some of you may have read during Navratri, right? Or there are so many goddesses who comes through Parvati, and many of these demons try to capture her and all of that. So we have the demons within us, and then we are going and capturing that goddess, and then feeding it to the ego, which is a demon, again, big demon within us. So like this, when we don't respect life, but when we try to enjoy life, no, that is what we are doing. So which is why the fundamental concept of do everything for God, enjoy everything so that he can enjoy. So when we bring him into that main thing, no, then we are offering all that we do, which is we are offering that feminine to that God only. We are not offering the feminine to some demon, some Rakshasa, who's going to just eat her until there is no satisfaction at all. Even he can eat her as much as he wants in all his senses, but there is no satisfaction at all. He wants more, he wants more, he wants more and more and more from that lady. And we are experiencing this on a daily basis. Why? Because we have let all of this happen. Even being the owner of this house, we are letting all this happen. And the only way to let that go is to bring a conscious mindset that we have to do everything for God, at least as much as our awareness is there. Slowly, slowly, awareness will improve. But whenever we have awareness, let's force ourselves to do that ego fasting and feed life to God, life's experiences to God. By being that in acceptance, by being in surrender, then we are not at all literally feeding that ego. Because ego, that demon is not. See, in the end, when Ravan was about to die, Ram asked Lakshman to go take advice from him because he was so knowledgeable. Ego is very knowledgeable, but it has just got misled. It knows how to surrender, but it has got misled. See, ego with this Ravan and Kumbhakaran and all of those people, they were God's Dwarpalakas. How did they even become eligible to become his doorkeepers? Are we his doorkeepers? No, we are not. Those energies had become his doorkeepers, but of course through some arrogance and all of those things that they displayed to knowledge. When knowledge came in front of them, they displayed arrogance. That I know everything kind of arrogance they showed. And then they dropped down to their whatever that stories and all happened. Now they became Ravan. Now when Ravan was dying, he understood his mistake, which means the ego was surrendered. And he got his moksha. He got his moksha at that time. So what I'm trying to tell is, don't run away to the past. As much as possible, let's be conscious that when we are chanting, mind will run away. At that time, think that, like my teacher in Gita class was actually telling this example. Be like a tortoise. I think it was there in maybe it has been given in some Gita's explanation itself. So they said it's like a tortoise. When the tortoise is going inside the shell, it is withdrawing all its limbs inside the shell. What does it mean? It means when I'm going and sitting for chanting, I will withdraw all my senses and keep it on chanting. When you chant at 10 o'clock, sometimes you won't be able to withdraw all your senses because mother will call you, father will call you, somebody will call you, children will call you, some other cooking will call you, cooker will be screaming. Something or the other will be there, and there will be some to-do tasks, which is why they say before everybody wakes up, you do something. Then at least you can withdraw all your limbs or all your sense organs into one shell and not open that shell at all. Just go into the shell and don't come out. And even then we'll have demons who are trying to pull us to the past, pull us to the future. Even when we are in the control, no, there are so many other things that are still distracting us. So to some extent, we can control ourselves like this. So morning is very good. I don't recommend late night chantings as much as possible because in that tamasic state, the body just wants to sleep. And that is a good tamas when body wants to sleep. And that rest is very, very necessary for you to get up in the morning. So sleep early, get up early, and you'll be able to do. And as much as possible, if your hydration levels are very good, you'll be able to slowly get to that practice of waking up early. And initially, maybe 15 minutes you can focus. 15 minutes of morning time. Slowly, if you keep showing up for that 15 minutes, no, some 20 minutes will come, another 25 minutes will come, 30 minutes will come, 40 minutes will come. Like this, it will constantly keep improving. So don't run away to the past as much as possible. Don't run away to the future. Try to stay in the present whenever you can. Even when your thoughts are taking you away to the past or future, remember that when you go to your past, you will actually hit the past consciousness. Mind can go to the speed of more than the speed of light. It is the fastest vehicle. So when you go to your past, let's say, for example, you had faced some trauma in the past. If you visit that past trauma, now let's say you are here in terms of consciousness, you are here, you did your sadhana, blah, 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 all that, you are here. Now your trauma is here. This happened in this level of consciousness, but you've now worked hard and you come here. But let's say some thought came and you went with that thought. Now you basically came here. You visited this place through your mind. what actually happened is now you are here experiencing this because you forgot, you are not in awareness, you are now thinking about what happened in the past, this happened, that happened, and then maybe you felt bad. So the demon gave you coffee, tea, and then now chips also he has given you, and they are all both are sitting and watching a movie also. You have forgotten where you are. All this has been happening. So what will happen is whatever you took, now suddenly awareness came back, and then, oh my God, you came here. But what have you carried as a baggage now? All this energy is now here, but it is very heavy. You have now carried a heavy stuff here. Maybe you couldn't, you can't get here anymore because it is very heavy. What you've accumulated in this from this point, it has now made you heavy. You can't come back here yet. Maybe you come here. You will realize that, oh my God, I feel so heavy. And maybe this momentum that you felt here is not here anymore. Suddenly you feel, oh shit, I'm not able to sit and focus on chanting. I still feel like sleepy. I feel this, I feel some difference you will find. So you have to detox that part, which means you'll again take some more time to ascend here. Remember what all happens when you go to the past? You will get a version of you'll get something from here. It's like you carry back something all the time. So these are because of all the desires that we have. We have something from the past within us that we have not let go. Let go means detached, which is why they constantly pull us, pull us, pull us. If there is no link to the past, if you've detached from everything of the past, why will they pull you? There is no string attachment itself. So wherever, remember that when you go to the past, it means that that is also a trigger that you need to detach from. It's a cage. And if you have physical objects that are connected to your past, let go of that physical objects, even if it's a very nice and shiny object, let go. That desire also will keep you. So desires will keep us clinged to many things. For example, I'll just give you the nature of a desire. Let's say new desire. I want to become a policeman. Let's say that's a new desire. Is it wrong? No, yeah, it's a great desire. Yeah, I want to service the community, all that. I'm just talking about the nature of a desire. When you say, I want this in my life, it's a new desire. That desire is also opening doors to all possibilities of being a policeman. And also all possibilities of not being a policeman. Which means policeman of different types, policeman of different experiences, with different experiences, policeman with different type of wives, different natures of some wife are okay with policeman, some wives are probably are very scared that policeman will get killed. I'm just giving an example. All different permutations and possibilities of policeman, you are now signing up for that agreement in your as a part of your subsequent lives. See where all one desire lead to. Which is why in Bhagavad Gita, they're talking, when they talk about that, I think chapter 14 or something like that, when they talk about that inverted tree and all of those things, they talk about desires. Desire is like it is like a branch that will keep continuing. There is no end to that. All that the person told was, I want to be a policeman. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. But the life will sign you up for all possible permutations and combinations of policeman. And because you were a policeman, you have to also see you are interacted with the opposite, which is thief. Now you are also signing up for thieves of different permutations and combinations. For being a thief of different permutations and combinations. Why? Because that's a necessary experience to understand what a policeman goes through. And what he gave and what he received. He received something from the thief and he also gave something back to all different characters. Imagine how many doors are being opened now for experience. So which is why they say, don't go, and desire is always coming from a place of lack. To fill that lack, you will keep taking lives. And we will always, in our life itself, when maybe when we sit and introspect about some desire that you had, you will see how many different things open. Let's say you desire you, and it's okay to go behind sattvic steps initially. Slowly, that also will go off. Is somebody talking or asking questions? Slowly, that also will go off. But it's important to understand the nature of a desire. So the more we have desires, whether it is about, it means that we have attachment. We want something, we feel the lack. So it's best to drop it there itself. It's best to drop it there itself. And I thought I was I'm a great Vairagi. I don't have materialistic desires at all. Oh yeah, wait, let me show you. Then after my mother died, her house I had to clean up. So many different new objects I'm finding. And my mother's stuff, my mother's saris, my mother's this. Oh, one side there is one sentiment. My mother's, how can I throw it? And there are these shiny, different new glass objects. I like glass. So all of this I'm able to see. So it's not, I mean, when we are seeing, at least we can understand who we are. We can't let that go. We can only accept that this is what we are and be aware that, oh yeah, God, thank you for showing. Oh my God, that's all we can do. And then surrender it to God. Surrender is a state where you are not taking any action. You are surrendering means you see God as a supreme. And your ego has said you are everything, like that child and mother concept. For child, the mother is everything. Father also will not do. Mother only is everything. So how much that child feels that mother is everything, that is what is surrender. It doesn't care whether the mother is feeding poison, not poison, food, not food. It just knows mother will take care of me. So mother, you take care of this. What you give me, what you feed to me, I don't care. Because I know in your head there is well-being only for me. That is what is called surrender. So when you put all of that in his lap and say, I'm seeing you as my caretaker. I'm okay. I'm okay with you being whatever you are, mother. You are my caretaker. That is what is called surrender. And this you have to do in all situations. How? Not just with that understanding, but with being mentally prepared for, okay, mother might give me spicy food, mother might give me sweet food, mother might give me, let's say, ganji, mother might just give me boiled vegetables, mother might give me boiled fruits, or mashed fruits. The child should be okay, mentally okay for any kind of food when he makes the mother the caretaker. She might just give him milk, or she might just give him whatever, something. So the child, when it is mentally prepared for, before assigning that caretaker role to my mother in the mind mentally, which means before surrendering, one has to be mentally prepared for all the outcomes, thinking that that outcome is going to come to me for my well-being only. I will never see that outcome as bad. I will never judge that outcome. That mindset we need to make, and then only surrender. When you do that, no, in any situation where you are absolutely feeling out of control, it really helps when you make God the caretaker and you mentally surrender and accept all outcomes before they actually happen. You may have some ideas, no, this outcome may come, that outcome may happen, that outcome may happen. Say, okay, yeah, this outcome, yeah, I don't like it, but it's okay. I think when God gives it, I'm sure He's going to open some doors for me. He's going to teach me a way to navigate it. Let me see when it comes. I'll be okay with it. I'll be okay with this also. I'll be okay with this also. So when you mentally saying okay, then that is, you are surrendering to that thing. Initially, we sort of make it very conscious, like this, constantly changing the gears of the car. But slowly, you'll get into that habit of, yeah, you take care of it. I'm not going to worry about it. Actually, we are doing acceptance like that only, no? We are sort of detaching. Acceptance and surrender are very, very close. It's just that maybe two different words. But surrender is more of a, let's say, underlying principle of acceptance, which is what we are doing when we do acceptance. So yeah, overall, make sure that you practice some of the, you constantly keep focusing on your triggers, and also develop that intense longing for God. If that is not there, do that child thing in front of mother. Amma, please pick me up. Sadhana. By doing fasting of your ego. Fasting, because a child fasted the ego from toys, it fasted itself from shiny objects, it fasted itself from TV, it fasted itself from its siblings, it fasted itself from everybody and then came to the mother. So we have to fast ourselves and then keep going to God as much as possible. And then God will pick us up when we are ready. So we have to keep developing. Then that longing also will come by His grace only. Today we don't have the longing for God. How much ever sadhana we do, we think that we still don't have that longing. We are maybe like Him, we are drawn towards Him, but given a choice, where do you go to in your free time? You will know. In your free time, or when you so what is it that keeps pulling you? You will know. Where do you meditate? Meditation is more about, let's say you are constantly meditating on wanting to go back to some gossip. That is your meditation, because that is what is pulling you. You are meditating more on that gossip. You are meditating more on wanting to go out shopping. You may, let's say, you're meditating more on wanting to go back to WhatsApp. For me, that only happens. I'm checking WhatsApp, some client or the other, some question or the other keeps coming. But then I'm also telling, okay, why am I doing this? I'm doing this for God. I have to again bring my awareness back to God, back to God. Mind has to keep going back to God. Otherwise, we also forget, because we have when our awareness is not 100%, many demons have occupied this house without our knowledge. We have a lot of company with us, which is why we get carried away. And we have no way of chasing them out. When they ask us something, in Immortal Talks book, they say that when you become aware, and then you say, I'm aware that I am being taken to the past, or I'm being taken to the future, and just come back to the present as if you don't care about who. Somebody is pulling you. Come, let's go, let's go. You just listen to them, look at them like this, and keep doing whatever you want to do. Like that we have to be. You can't say, no, I'll not come here. No. You can't force me. You can't do that also. Because then you're reacting. You can't say that. You can't refuse also. You can't like fight with them. You can't fight. You can't run away with them. But you can just be calm and peaceful and say, let's say one dog is constantly barking in your ear. In your thought, it's constantly barking. You just listen to that dog and say, okay, dog is barking. What can I do? Yeah, let it bark. I'll just be patient. It will stop. Or you can also tell your ego, it's okay, so let's finish this first, and then we'll go back to that. In chanting, we'll get this idea, yeah, you have to message that person, no, you have to order fruits, you have to order vegetables. Oh my God, that at 12 o'clock only that order gets closed. I mean, you had to order the vegetable guy before 12 o'clock, but it's already 11:30 and you're sitting and chanting. Another 10 minutes it will take for you to finish chanting. It's like very, very close. Maybe you have to stop the chanting and then go and then order first and then continue the chanting. Like this, many thoughts will come. We may not be very too negative and think bad about anybody or something when we are too much into the spiritual path, but we are definitely a lot more distracted in our own engagements. At that time, you can just tell, okay, yeah, so many devatas that they are there, you have to control everything. I am just an instrument. If that has to happen, anyway, it will happen. Yeah, what is the worst thing that can happen? Yeah, a few vegetables less. Okay, it's okay. I'm going, because this happened and I'm giving more attention to this chanting. It's okay. If he gives me 2 vegetables less, I'm going to go to the market and maybe get those vegetables when I feel the need. Yeah, maybe that much I can do. Here you're surrendering to all outcomes. You're saying, okay, fine, even if that guy, the desire is the desire to get out of the chanting is, what is the desire that made you get out of chanting? That guy I have to order, that guy has to give me all the vegetables that I ordered, and I don't have to go anywhere else again. That is the idea that actually pulls you out of chanting. But now when you say, no, I'm going to stick to chanting, if I can't order and that guy doesn't give me vegetables, it's okay. What is there? I'll go out, I'll get more vegetables. What? It's not life-threatening or something, no? So some of these things we have to, what do you say, compromise, like talk it out in our head and say, it's okay, fine. It's okay, we'll do it later. So here you're surrendering to all the other outcomes also that you didn't want before. So like, or you can also tell, it's okay, as of now, let that go. We'll come back to it after the chanting. For now, let's focus on chanting. If it's so important, that reminder will come back to my head again. We have to tell like that. If it is so important, it will come back. If it is not important, it will not come back. You'll totally forget about it. Or if you feel it's important, write it down and keep. That is reaction. That is like reaction. But slowly, maybe you have to get out of that reaction also. This reaction that I am the one who has to remember everything, then we make ourselves right. Then we'll get out of that stage also, and then we'll say, oh, I don't have to write. The one who reminds me is God all the time. I'm just the person who's receiving that thought and then acting on that thought. So it's more of how much of connection we feel towards the God. Slowly, let go, detach from the attachments of I have to control, I have to do. I'm doing. Like how she was saying, right? How Renu was saying, I'm the one singing. Now when she lets go of the thought that I'm the one singing, I just have to, as long as she doesn't feel conscious of it. And she just says, oh, this body is just an instrument. Whoever, all the devatas just wants to use it for singing God's glories. Let them sing. I'm just a mouthpiece. Then she will sing. She doesn't care what they are singing. The throat devata is giving something. The air devata is playing along. Everybody is in that kacheri playing their own thing. And she's just opening her mouth and she's just dancing to the tunes of whatever the devatas are doing. That's all. Instead of dancing the tune of the ego, she's dancing the tune of the gods. So when we are not in ego, we will dance to the tune of the gods. When we are in ego, we will dance to the tune of the demons that are occupying us. So, okay. Any questions so far? Maybe you can start here 10 minutes early and then finish the class in time.
Smita, so you told
Oh yeah,
that,
there were some questions in the group also. I'll come to that.
yeah. Smita, so you were telling that desires are leading to all this, right?
Yeah.
So even any desire, any small desire also we want to undergo, to experience, even that, like if I want to go to Shirdi, I really wish to go, even that is not good.
If Baba wants you to come to Shirdi and some spiritual growth has to happen via you going to that Shirdi, then it will happen.
Like he says, no, you take one step and I'm there 10 steps ahead with you. So like you said,
I want to, you
Satvik.
can, Baba, if you think Baba, if I feel like going to Shirdi, see, having desire is not wrong. But trying to pursue that desire is there, no. We take that next step. It's not yours to take. Yours is only Ichha Shakti. Kriya Shakti will come when things come together. It will happen. You can, what do you say, wish to go there. But you should also ask yourself, is Shirdi not here today? What about all those bhaktas of Shirdi Baba who have actually seen so much through him without going to Shirdi? Even before people, even in stories of Sai, right? Even before, people were not even in Shirdi, they were seeing his miracles. They didn't come to Shirdi. They were already knowing about Sai even before that. So the idea is, temple is within you. See, Shirdi Baba is basically again talking about going within only, no, leaving all your desires, Shraddha, Saburi, all that only he's also teaching. It is we who feel that something is there and not here. If you leave everything here, Baba will be right in front of you. He'll appear in front of you in your own bedroom, in your own kitchen. Are you so pure to see him in your own house? That we have to. So, Baba, I am going to do everything in my might to clean up so that you can be right here. He is an astral person. He can be anywhere. Just because you go to Shirdi doesn't mean he's going to give you extra blessings. What will you do with that energy after coming? By the time you go and travel there, come back, all the traveling, cribbing, and then that fatigue kind of people, there itself you would have lost all that energy that you gained in Shirdi. See, Tirth Yatra was majorly about a means of cleaning up the ego only. It was never about, today we are learning about different ways of giving up our ego, no? In the past, this kind of information was not so easily available, even understandable to everybody. It was only with Pandits who was reading the Shastras and all of that. Today, everybody talks about it. It's there in, at least when we do our sadhana, maybe we are in, the earth is in a level of consciousness where we are able to get all this knowledge easily. Otherwise, where would ladies sit like this for satsang? So, yes, desire will definitely take you to all possibilities of that desire. You should be okay with it, which means not going to Shirdi also is a possibility. And then feeling bad about not going to Shirdi is also a possibility. I mean, every possible combination of things will come to you, and your mind should be able to handle that. And you may go up in some, you may go down in some, because we are not aware. Which means along with that comes karmas. Hence they say, don't even go behind desires. Whatever you want is right here with you in this moment. See, many times, right, I have not visited Tirupati at all. Many people talk about Tirupati. Oh, God is alive there. His heart is so soft. All that they keep talking. When I am ready, I'll keep cleaning up myself. I keep working on myself. When I'm ready, that Tirupati also will happen. Somehow it will happen. If he wants to call me, it's up to, if everything is him, and I'm just a person who is not in control. If he wants to take this body to Tirupati, he will take someday. That is the surrender we need to have, which he will grace, which he appreciates, and then grace will come. See, you having a desire to go to Shirdi and then you getting Shirdi is not as great as you surrendering that, yeah, Baba will make it happen when it has to happen. Then that grace that you feel when you actually see it happen, you'll feel very, very happy. After surrender, that result comes, no? Is far more greater. That joy is far more greater than you desiring and getting that result.
Yes, I agree with you, Smita. I can share with you something. I wanted a gong, okay, 3 years back. I just had that desire that I will one day get a gong. I didn't go behind it, nothing. I didn't save any money. Suddenly, a friend of mine is going to the US and she gave me her gong and went. I was like, oh my God, I didn't go behind it. I just had that desire that I wanted a gong in my life to, do this sound.
You can say, God knows that I don't have a gong.
Yeah.
Whenever he wants, he will give. If I deserve a gong, gong will come to me. If I
Same.
don't deserve a
Yeah,
gong,
yeah.
which means everything in divine timing. Maybe if you raise your, let's say in your sadhana, you're doing your sadhana, at this level of consciousness, you deserved a gong. It will come to you because gifts are going to get unlocked in every level of consciousness, like how that nectar gets unlocked, the divine knowledge gets unlocked, divine objects also get unlocked, divine timing, they'll all come and match. It's like a meeting point. Everything comes together. So all that we have to do is we have to keep traveling higher. That's all. And we have to become lighter. That is the only thing that, so desiring for God only will not give you any permutations, combinations of anything. Everything, including desiring for heaven, also will give you permutations and combinations of karmas. I'm not saying karmas, because possibilities of karmas are very, very high, because we may not always be aware of being in that center. We will shift out between ego and God, ego and God, ego and God. No, that is what is going to put us into karma path. And again, to get rid of that karma, because we become impure with all of these barriers between us and God. We are not pure at that state. So again, we have to keep coming back and into this body to let that go. Because without a body, we can't do that sadhana. Because we need the dependency of all these gods to help us to make that ascension happen. Which is why we pray to Hanuman, we pray to so-and-so, pray to so-and-so, because we need their special help to help this Jivatma who is absolutely nothing in control. Which means he has to bring some extra prana into us if we do that sadhana towards. So when we do some specific sadhanas with some, let's say Hanuman or whatever Devi, we are asking for that special Shakti to invoke within us so that that part of us becomes enhanced. That ego and all of that. That much of awareness. So what I would say is, when you have a desire, tell that it is there. That object that I want, or that situation that I want, let's say I want this for my child, everything, whatever it's, everything is a want. That what I want is there somewhere. If I need it, it will come to me. When I'm ready. Then what will happen? You are leaving everything to God. And you are accepting the supremacy of God, that he is the one who's in control. He will give it to me when I need. When you think that, oh, I will have a desire, then I will ask. When your child is constantly asking you something, versus a child who's not asking you anything, who you will feel like giving?
Child
A
who
person who's
doesn't
asking,
ask. No,
who's
a
not
child
asking.
asking. And who's grateful.
Yeah, who's grateful. Because he knows that my parents will fulfill. They know what I need better than me. So they will give me in the right time. So I don't have to ask. Because when you ask, you are actually limiting your, what do you say? You are limiting what you think you want for your need. But God knows, God will give you more than what you need. Rather, he'll give you what you need at the right time. But when we ask, it is always from a place of want. It is never from a place of need. Obviously, whatever we need has already been given to us. We are not able to recognize that, that's all. So want comes, it's like it has a penalty. Want, when you want something from life, it comes with a penalty of excess lives on this journey. Because you're saying, I want X number of lives with X number of permutations and combinations of that desire. It is bound to happen. Because when you, as a person who says, I want to experience this, with that, there will be different possibilities that needs to be experienced also to get a full experience. In your limited mindset, you will just have one little bit of scene in your head and say, I want this. But actually, there is so much at a cosmic level that is connected to it, and you are just attracting that entire bunch, positive, negative, everything into your experience. And until all that gets over, and you have to experience that, and you would have gone into ego in some, you would have not gone into ego in some, all that became karma in some, it did not become karma in some, you took some more lives to become. I mean, it's a big, they call it Hanuman's tale. No end only to that tale. That is why they say, stop your desires here itself. Cut. So what I have is enough. We have to come to that state first. And how will we come? When we mind our business and just focus on our triggers, that's all. And then just be, thank you. Just be in gratitude. Thank you. Yeah, I already have it. So especially when you get attracted to objects, that is what I'm telling myself. Take whatever you want. I'm not going to keep it. I mean, even fear is a want. Fear is also a desire only. Desiring that I don't want something is also a desire, a different version of desire. So basically, all our likes and dislikes come from a place of lack only. Yeah, we need to just be aware of some of these things. So just think on this, introspect on this in your own experiences, and you'll get a lot more answers. And I could not answer Archana Narayan's question here. I'll see if I can answer it on the group directly.
So one more thing, Smita. So once this pose, what I said, no, triggers us, and then we find the nectar in the pose, then only we reach that
Yes,
freedom,
yes,
right?
yes. Once you reach that, no, then the pose is no longer going to bother you.
So I have to keep digging in myself. What is in me that has got this pose in front of me? And what is the nectar? Not the learning. What's the nectar?
Nectar will not come now only. You don't, it's not
The
your job
learning.
to find the nectar.
That's what it
Conscious
means.
mind will, ego cannot find the nectar.
It's just the
Ego-
learning.
Now, what I'm saying is, until you get to that stage of 100% acceptance, nectar will not be shown to you. Otherwise, Ravan would have eaten of that nectar, no? What are all the demons asking when they do tapas? I want immortality. Were they given that? They'll tell, I want Amrit. Were they given that? No. Why? Because they will misuse it. They'll misuse the knowledge and use it the way they want and interpret it the way they want. So that is why until you reach 100% acceptance of anything, you will get one, oh my God, this is the realization that this pose was showing me. That you'll not get, I'm saying. That realization, that aha moment you have, no, that is that nectar. That won't be shown to you until you are ready. And that will come only when the ego at the time, the cage has melted and the acceptance has completely come. Slowly, you might be getting little bit with here and there cages getting dropped, because so many cages are interlocked like this. Some small cages, when they keep getting unlocked like this, little bit nectar you'll get. Some realizations here and there. But that big realizations will come. I mean, when you have ego cannot come, sorry, nectar cannot come to a place where you are still having non-acceptance towards a pose. Pose or whatever that part that pose is showing you. Pose will have probably so many triggers to give. That trigger I'm saying. Okay?
Yeah, thank you, Smita. Thank you so much.
It's called Vijnan.
Vijnan.
Vijnan. Whatever you hear from somebody, that knowledge that comes is Jnana. That Jnana, when you apply it in your own life, and then you get some more knowledge, personalized knowledge from that after applying, that is called Vijnan. That Vijnan is called nectar. It is very personal to you. It's not very unique to you. It's not the same as mine. Right? Okay. Yeah, Renu, what was your question?
Ma'am, you mean the heavenly gift which everyone has? Huh? That's the nectar you mean? Or because you say
everything is subtle. Everything has a subtle meaning. So Amrit means actually it's not something that you drink. It is more about that state of happiness that you feel when you experience it. So, and knowledge is the only one that will actually take you there. And that knowledge is not just knowledge that you read in books or hear from somebody or something. It is more personalized. And that personalized will come only when you apply the knowledge that you have learned.
Okay. And for the past few days, I'm trying to practice awareness throughout the day. But at times, like I catch myself with all the negative patterns. Like I'm talking to myself with these negative patterns and I catch myself like that. So I really want to come out and
why are you resisting the negative?
Okay.
See, in this journey, all parts of you will be shown. You just have to say, okay, that's all. See, in the acceptance part, I don't know whether have you attended the previous classes?
No, I've been watching only the recordings.
Recordings only. In that acceptance part, we have told, no, you are only accepting what is shown to be within you. But that is not something that will go away from you at any point in time. But you have to be, you should, when we are reacting to it, that is when it becomes bothersome, right? When it is just there and you don't care, it doesn't matter. See, it's like I sent one example in the group. When it's raining, you just say, yeah, it's raining. Yeah, when, let's say you are anxious, or let's say you are thinking bad about somebody. Oh yeah, I can see that I thought bad about somebody. That's it. And then instead of that, oh my God, I'm thinking bad about somebody. How can I get rid of this thought? Or maybe I need to sit and chant and make it go away. All of this we do. That is called reaction. So don't react to anything. We react only when we have an attachment to that thought. Attachment that we hate it, or we don't like it, or we want it. We have a like or a dislike to that. I'm just saying drop both. Just be whatever. It is what it is. Because even when you self-realize, right, in the end also, in the like total, when you're in that moksha state also, you'll still have all this. But its presence really doesn't matter to you, because you know what you are. You will always have what you are, but their presence actually doesn't make who you are. You think it makes you who you are, but no, it doesn't make who you are. You are still that eternal. You are still that particle of God. You're still a child of God. I hope you got it. Be indifferent towards whatever is shown to you. Don't get carried away with it.
Okay, ma'am.
Don't judge yourself for its presence. Just let it be, you be who you are. Because that will not go away. There is nothing called going away from you. It is just called detachment. Detachment means you're not reacting to it. You're not reacting to its presence. Okay?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, let's stop here. To the Supreme God, we thank you for your divine blessings. To my spiritual teacher, to all the spiritual teachers, holy masters, all the saints, holy angels, spiritual helpers, and all the great ones, we thank you for your great, great blessings. Thank you. Krishnarpanamastu.
Thank you, Smita.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Be blessed.